Hi, welcome back to Quantlab programming sessions, and today we're going to have a look at the new keyword QLC parallel. Make sure that you have the latest version of Quantlab. It's 14.13 because from this version on this is available. So when doing regular calculations in a Quantlab workspace, it runs on a single thread, but using the new keyword QLC parallel, we can get any heavy calculation done using vector expansion distributed onto the threads that you have on your local PC. So let's look at an example where we have a function that takes two numbers and multiplies them together, and we can call this function using two vectors and then have a vector expansion, which means that it's usable for the QLC parallel instruction to the compiler. So we can see here that we have a result that's vectorized, and we put the keyword QLC parallel before we call the function, and then we have a benchmark calculation which we call the exact same function but using just the regular language without the QLC parallel instruction before. So now we can see the timing differences of this run. So the heavy calculation is just a big loop. So we're going to have 10 million loops, and first we start out with a vector of size 1, and then we can get, you can see that we don't get a speed up. On the contrary, we get it slows the calculation down. We get negative performance gains, and this is obviously because it costs more to have the marshalling out to the threads than we gain from this small calculation. So let's see what happens if we up the size to a vector of 10 instead. So 10 times 10. So now we can see that we're immediately starting to gain over the scalar case. So what happens if we have a vector of 100 times 100, and we do this 10 million times? And now it will take some time. Now we can see that we are using all the processors on all the threads on the machine. So we see we get maximum calculation power. And now we have to wait for the single threaded version to finish up. And obviously it should take 10 times longer than the 10 size case. So there it is. So it's 23 seconds. So now we have an 80% gain in speed as expected from just adding the keyword QLC parallel to a vectorized calculation. And that's the new trick that I wanted to show you. Thank you very much.